Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a reading all on ancestor messages, right? So we'll have two pals here and we'll be getting some different messages from your ancestors, whatever it is that they need you to hear at this time, whatever it needs to be honored, needs to be said at this time, we will bring it up in this reading, okay? Now before we get started, it is helpful that you tap into your own intuition and connect with your own ancestors and spirit guides for not only clarification, but confirmation that what you are hearing is actually meant for you. So one way I like to do this is by sitting with myself, feet flat on the ground, and taking some mindful deep breaths. I normally do 3 to 4. You want to inhale for 4 to 5 seconds and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. This just helps you get more in touch with your own intuition, but also help you connect with your ancestors so that you can hear the messages that are meant for you. Okay, so today, like I said before, we have two piles. So pile number 1 is Boo Boo the Fool. So if you were looking in traditional tarot or the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this would be the Fool card. It says possibilities and potential. So that's pile number 1. Pile number 2 is the 9 card, the Loner, isolation and introspection. Okay, so if you are ready, please look down in the description box and choose your pile, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose Boo Boo the Fool, then this is your card. This is the first card in the deck. It is Boo Boo the Fool. It talks about possibilities and potential. So the first thing I'm hearing is don't be fooled by limitless possibilities. And the reason I think I'm getting this is because there may be someone who may try to influence you to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. And for some of you, this feels like you staying on the same path that you've been on for quite some time. There's almost like this hint of fear of deviating from what you've always done. So an example of this is, let's say you have always worked a 9-to-5 job, and you're comfortable in that job pays the bills, but you know that there is more meant for you. You don't quite know what that more is, but you're also not looking for that more, right? You're comfortable in just letting the status quo be the status quo. And your ancestors are coming through to say, now is the time to take that leap of faith. You may hear the phrase leap of faith for a long time, or for a while. You may have already heard it as well. I even believe there's a movie called Leap of Faith. I want to say when I was a kid, I remember this movie called Leap of Faith. Also, for some reason, I keep seeing the movie Angels in the outfield. I don't know if that's significant for you, or the word field may be significant for you, but for you, pile number 1, there is a lot of expansion that's coming to you. There's a lot of newness is what I'm hearing. There is an unexpected journey. For some of you, may be coloring your hair. I don't know why I'm getting that. And that may be a journey for you. Maybe you've always had your hair the same color and now you want to do something different. You want to spring into spring, which is what I'm hearing. So for some of you, this is about you taking a new journey. This is about you stepping outside of your comfort zone. For others of you, I'm also hearing, for those of you who are going to step outside of your comfort zone, there is going to be a familiar who will be with you on this path. So this could be a dog, it could be a cat. You could start seeing birds. You could get some type of pet that signifies that familiar with you that goes along this path with you. But for some of you, you really are stepping into something new. For a lot of you in this pile, there's a lot of uncertainty with this new journey. For some of you, you know you've been called to this journey for quite some time and you've been afraid to take that leap. And your ancestors, I'm hearing this and I don't want to scare you, but I'm hearing your ancestors say either you take this leap or we're going to push you off this cliff. And as somebody who have been pushed before by my ancestors or by my spirit guides, you don't want that, right? You want to willingly take this step on your own. For a lot of you, you're going to be leaving a lot behind, because I don't know if you notice, he has a very small little bag here. He's not taking much with him. There's a lot of freedom here. So for a lot of you, you're going to be leaving a lot of things behind. This could be old beliefs. This could be family, friends, acquaintances, jobs. You're leaving a lot behind and you are really venturing into the unknown. For some of you, with very little, right? You're going into the unknown and there's not a lot of, let's say you're going into a particular industry, right? There's not a lot of research about this industry. There's not a lot of people who you can get ideas from, because this is meant for you to dive in head first. It is not meant for you to be in a situation where you are following people. You are essentially going to be a leader. Now, for some of you, I can already feel your energy. You're like, I've never wanted to be a leader. That's just not my path. Spirit is saying it absolutely is your path. I think this message is more so for those who feel like they're not meant to be leaders, right? You are the perfect person to lead and take people down this particular path, right? Also, if you notice the cat here, this cat is like jumping and excited for this person. There are going to be some people that are going to be in your corner who are going to be excited for the newness that's coming in for you, but there are other people who are not going to quite get it, right? They are not going to understand you taking this complete leap of faith, right? Let's say this could be you being in a relationship. You've been in this relationship for 5 or 6 years, and you just know that this relationship is not where you're supposed to be, but the person is great, right? You don't have any issues with this individual. They feel like, I won't even say they feel like home. They feel like the norm, right? You're used to this person, but you want so much more. You expect so much more from your relationships, but you're just settling for what you have. And Spirit is going to open your mind up to possibilities. And it may scare you going out on your own. For some of you, this is you finally going out on your own. You may be graduating this year. If you are, congratulations. But this may be you venturing out into something completely new that is unknown to you. And it may be a bit scary. Okay. Let's get you a couple of cards from the Energy Oracle deck, Spirit and Ancestors. What messages do you have? Attachment. I'm not surprised that came out. I'm not shocked at all. Then we have Angel of Love. Smooth this back here. Okay, let's get a couple of more. All right. We have the Sun. Yeah, this is absolutely in line with what's happening. We have the Thinking Woman. Bottom deck energy is second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Okay, so let's talk about what we have here on the deck. So that first one is attachment. So for some of you, I'm hearing you're leaving your mother's wound. Your womb, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said wound. And for some of you, you could be leaving wounds behind, but you're leaving, I'm specifically hearing the word, you're leaving your mother's womb and you're going out on your own. So for some of you, this is absolutely you venturing out on your own, maybe having your first apartment, by yourself, no longer living with your parents, no longer living with your mother. And then there's a 5 here, which talks about change a lot. So for some of you, you are really detaching from what has been comfortable for you all this time, and you are venturing into the unknown, and it is a bit scary, right? Then you got card number 2, which is Angel of Love. So for some of you, this is specifically, and I mentioned this before, this could be about your relationship. For some of you, the Angel of Love is coming in for you to be separated from somebody that you are with right now. You may have cried out to the goddess Venus as well, or you may be called to work with her. So I would definitely say do some research about this goddess before you dive head first in. I'm also hearing Artemis. I don't know why I'm hearing Artemis. I would definitely say to look up that deity and see if that has, if it resonates with you at all. But for a lot of you in this pile, I'm hearing that what you're going through now is a release of old so that you can bring in this new love, right? Then you got card number 3, which is the Sun, talks about talks about the beginning. So you got 0 here and then 1, which is the beginning. So for a lot of you, this is just Spirit confirming and your ancestors confirming that you are going on a new journey. There is going to be a lot of light at the end of the tunnel, but in some spots there will be a tunnel. Like if you look at this kind of gray looking piece over here, I feel like that's when you're going to face the most issues, is when you're learning to detach, when you're learning to let go. And I can't even say it's other things that no longer serve you. I would say in some ways that is true, but you're letting go of the safety, right? And that can be really scary, right? If you're quitting your 9-to-5 job and you don't have anything else lined up, but you want to go full force into this business that you've been thinking about, you are afraid of that detachment and releasing and leaving things behind. But Spirit is saying, I'm hearing the song, Here Comes the Sun, do 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 do. Spirit is saying the sun is going to come out for you, right? I'm also hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. So I don't know if some of you are watching Annie, I don't know, but there is a goddess energy around you as well. So you may want to consider looking into Oshun. Now, I will say a lot of people believe that the Orishas is a closed practice. So, make sure you do your research before you start just leaving offerings and calling out to certain deities. But I'm hearing the Mother Oshun as well. And I want you to notice that all of these cards have women in them. Right? There's not a single male in any of these cards on the deck except this person here, right? Everything right here is all women. So you may have a lot of female energy around you. You may meet a community of women who really want to help you and really look out for you and help you through these limitless possibilities that's coming up for you. Okay. Then we have the thinking woman. So for some of you, you are an overthinker, and you need to let that go. I'm hearing Spirit is saying there is parts of your overthinking that has saved you, and it has helped you go down the right path. But in this particular situation, in this part of your life, Spirit wants you to have a little bit more freedom to really truly think about what it is that you want and how you want to get there and just release it. And then you got your bottom deck energy is the second chakra, which talks about, if I'm not mistaken, this is your sacral because it's right above your root. So this is your creativity is coming alive. So for a lot of you, this energy around you stepping out of your 9 to 5 and doing something completely different from your family, friends, or any industry that you've ever been in before. You are being guided to truly tap into your creativity, to really tap into the things that you love and that make you happy and that set a precedent for things to come. Okay. Now I want to get you some love messages. Let's see if the ancestors has any messages about love, because you got the angel of love here. Okay. Ancestors, what messages do you have for pile number 1 around love? What can they look forward to in love? What is something they need to look forward to? Thank you. We have very soon. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So for some of you, you may be in the energy of manifesting. Spirit is saying that if you are, this is coming in for you very soon. I'm also hearing your ancestors have molded this person to be exactly what it is that you need them to be. You may find yourself in a connection that is truly mind-blowing. And then we have keep an open mind. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so plain and simple, right? This person may not look the way you traditionally would have hope that your partner would look, but your ancestors want you to keep an open mind and be open to what love could look like for you. Okay. Then we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Listen, your ancestors are saying there is a lot of what you've been doing right now, this staying in this safe space, staying in this safe quote unquote relationship, not challenging yourself. Now you need to free yourself, right? I'm hearing this perfect porcelain doll who sits up on this mantelpiece, and you don't test yourself. You don't go for what it is that you want, but Spirit wants you to know that you deserve love, right? You are lovable. You are someone who deserves to be looked after. You are someone who deserves to be taken care of. And you may think because of the way you look or your nationality or whatever it is, that people won't, the type of people that you would like to date or you would like to have a relationship with might not gravitate toward you. And Spirit is saying you deserve love in all of its forms, right? But they do want you to keep an open mind, because let's say if you're the type of person who only dates within your race, right? You've never considered dating outside of your race. Spirit is saying to keep an open mind, because what you want, what you desire, what is good for you may not be of the same, race that you are. That's just an example. I'm not saying that it is, but it's just an example. Okay. Let's get you some herbs that you could potentially work with during this time while your ancestors is working with you. Okay. We have seeds. It says new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. That's the second time you've gotten be open-minded. So for some of you, this is definitely going to be somebody that you are not used to being in that type of relationship with. And Spirit really does want you to keep an open mind about this person. Okay. They really want you to step outside of your comfort zone. And for some of you, Spirit is also saying, you planted this seed and now it's finally coming to fruition. Okay. Any other herbs you believe they should work with, Spirit? We have roots. I'm hearing, what is the song? You have to have roots before branches. So you have roots, healthy patterns, early growth. So for some of you, this roots is making me think of you need to tap into your ancestral knowledge. You really need to tap into, what's already within you, which specifically I'm hearing your ancestor knowledge. Tap into your roots. Go back to the beginning. I'm hearing, I think a lot of us have strayed away from the beginning. We've strayed away from the basics, and Spirit is saying they want you to go back. Your ancestors are saying that we are here to help you, but you have to be willing to tap into your roots and develop healthy patterns. I'm also hearing that there is going to be a shakeup in your life, your daily life. So your routine may change. What you do on a day-to-day basis may absolutely change, because Spirit and your ancestors are uprooting. Like I'm seeing the image of somebody grabbing roots and just pulling them out of the ground, but you're also planting seeds, right? There's a reason why these roots are being dragged up, and it's because there are new seeds that need to be planted so that beautiful things can grow. Okay. Then we have hedge, potential boundaries, indecision. So for a lot of you, part of the issue that you're having right now is there is a lack of boundaries in your life. And Spirit wants you to set more healthy boundaries, especially because I'm hearing with this new path that's coming for you, that's coming into your life, there are a lot of people who are going to want a piece of you. I'm hearing, what is it? Britney Spears, you want a piece of me? A lot of people are going to want a piece of you. For some of you, you may end up being very well known. You may end up being famous, or you may date someone who's very well known. Like I know I'm hearing a senator. I don't know where I'm hearing that, but you may date somebody that's very well known, or you may become someone that's very well known, and you're going to have to protect your energy and your spirit from things that wish to taint or harm you and your connection, or this new thing that you're doing. Because it doesn't have to be specifically a romantic connection. It could be a new opportunity, new potential that's coming in. Okay. Let's get you some money messages from your ancestors. Ancestors, what money messages do you have for pile number 1? What is it that they need to know? We have precarious. It says, you've experienced many financial highs and lows. Your money is flowing in quickly, only to leave as fast. There are fast changes regarding money on an unexpected turn in your finances. So the fact that this came out and you had potential boundaries and indecision, Spirit is saying that there is a lot maybe that's going to come in for you, can be in monetary value, but it could leave just as quick if you don't have boundaries about what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. You could have a lot of people around you who want to take what you have. And I think I mentioned that as well. Like these boundaries that need to be put up is because there are other people who are going to want to take from you. Okay. Your bottom deck energy is gossip. It says there's some buzz around what you're doing right now. What did I say? There is some new things coming in for you, and people are going to talk. Okay. It says minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. Your personal challenges might be distracting you from your work. So be careful with a lot of gossip, people having a lot to say about who you are and what it is that you do. Be very careful of who you let in your life, who you let into your energy, because I'm hearing not all skin folk is kinfolk. Okay. So be very, very careful on the people that you allow to enter your space, on the people that you allow to, enjoy the fruits of your labor is what I'm specifically hearing. Okay. Ancestors, can we get some final messages for pile number 1? We have invoke serenity. It says, by cultivating a state of calm and tranquility, you create an environment where emotional wounds can begin to mend. So for some of you, this is a lot about protecting, like we talked about, those boundaries. It's about protecting your space, protecting your serenity, and not letting others taint what you have, not letting others step into your space. Like your space is sacred. Your home is sacred. Your life is sacred. Your energy is sacred. And there's something, I'm telling you, there is something about your energy that is going to grow. It is going to be expansive. And I'm getting this energy of like, what is it? King Midas, everything he touches turned to gold. For a lot of you, people are going to see the power in who you are and what you can do, and they're going to want a piece of it. And Spirit is saying, protect your serenity, right? Invoke your serenity. Say to yourself that I deserve calm, I deserve peace, I deserve tranquility, and then make it so. Okay. Bottom deck energy is open your heart. Opening your heart involves embracing vulnerability, compassion, and authenticity as you connect with your inner self and the world. And then this is card number 22. So open your heart to me. For those of you in this pile where this resonates specifically in your love life, Spirit is saying that maybe you've had your heart closed off for quite some time, and you haven't allowed yourself to truly be loved. And for some of you, this boo boo the fool energy is you stepping into new love. But Spirit really does want you to be open about your expectations, about what you desire, and be truthful. That's what I'm hearing. Be very truthful about what you want, right? Because I personally believe there is somebody out there for everybody, right? If you have a specific kink, if you have specific things that you're into, if you want your partner to be a specific way, there is somebody out there for everybody. Spirit is saying, please be honest about whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you desire. Be honest about it, and don't let someone else who is not meant for you make you feel bad because of your desires. Okay, we're gonna get a final angel number, and then we will close out this reading. Ancestors, what angel numbers, thank you, maybe around for pile number 1? We have renewal, 890. It says you are experiencing renewal and fresh beginnings. Release the past and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation ahead. This is just confirmation about what we've been talking about, things being let go, right? And you got 0 here as well. And you may also see consecutive numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4. It is just Spirit saying that there is momentum happening, there is growth that's happening for you, and there's a renewal that's coming in for you, pile number 1. So I hope you're ready for this newness. And if not, I would definitely say start talking to your ancestors. Ask them to help you be prepared for what's coming. Help you to be prepared for this new journey that you have to take, so that you're more calm and in alignment with whatever is happening, okay? So pile number 1, thank you so much for coming all the way to the end of this pile. I thank you so much. And I will see you next time in our next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose card 9, the loner, isolation, and introspection, then this is your pile. So the first thing that I'm getting is that a lot of you have been on your own for quite some time. And what I mean by this is you've essentially kind of shut yourself out. Even if you're in a room full of people, you probably resonate with being more of a loner, or you've had to resonate with that because there has been I feel like something happened, some type of dispute, some type of disagreement, some type of fight for some of you, where you really just kind of took yourself out of the game, right? For some of you, this could be about a relationship, but you just kind of took yourself out of the game. You have isolated yourself. This is, I believe this is the Hermit card in the tarot deck. So for some of you, a lot of what you're dealing with is introspection and going within and really tapping into what it is that Spirit has for you. For others of you, I am feeling a strong pull for you to tap more into meditation. Whether you start with like 5 minutes every day or every other day, there is a need for you to go within. There is a need, and I'm for some reason I'm getting this very calming energy. There is a need for you to go within so that you can truly tap into what's meant for you, right? I'm also hearing this energy of like, in the darkness, light will shine. I'm also specifically seeing, I think it's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings, where Frodo and Sam are like, they're with this like huge spider, right? It's trying to kill them or whatever. And Frodo, I believe, uses the light. It might have been Sam, I can't remember. But one of them uses the light of Erenindi. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is the light in dark places when all of the lights go out. So for some of you, your ancestors have been the light in dark places when all of the lights have gone out. And I would venture to say that things have happened the way that they've happened for you is because your ancestors are trying to call you to them. Now, this message is going to be for a very select few. So take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it on the table. There is something that is coming. I cannot tell you what it is. It feels heavy. I can't say bad. It feels heavy. It feels overwhelming. There is something that is coming, and the only way for you to move through this is going to be with the help of your ancestors. So right now they may have put you in a very precarious situation where you've had to seek solace within yourself. And by going within yourself, I personally feel like you meet your higher self and you meet your ancestors by going within. So for a lot of you, if you are not meditating, now would definitely be the time. I would also say 9 is the number before 10, right? So to me, 9 is like the ending of a cycle, right? You know, it's coming to an end. Things are about to move in a different direction. But right now you are in this space where your ancestors are not quite done with you just yet, okay? There's this energy of just really needing to go within, really needing to sit with oneself, and truly connecting to your ancestors, connecting to your higher self, connecting to a higher power that is bigger than you. Because what is coming cannot be solved with just your mind alone. It cannot be solved with the money in your pocket. It cannot be solved with a lawyer. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. This can only be solved through the help of your higher self and your ancestors. So you may have been you may have been in a situation where you felt called to meditate, you felt called to go within, or to, move away from other people, and you did not answer or heed the call. And now you're in a situation where you have to depend on your ancestors. You have to tap into that energy of self-reliance is what I'm hearing. So it might have isolated you from other people and other things, right? That was done for a reason. So if you've been asking yourself, why does all this crap keep happening to me? It is because there is a mission that you are meant to fulfill, and that could be part of what's coming into your life, this mission that you're meant to fulfill. And because of what you're meant to do in this life, a lot of your roads, a lot of the times that you will be going down this path, you will be going alone, right? And in your loneliness, your ancestors want you to understand that even though physically you may be alone, spiritually you're never alone, right? And a lot of you, that may be what you've been feeling like. I don't have anybody that I can call. I don't have anybody that I can depend on. I don't really deal with my family. I don't really have a whole lot of friends. It's just me. And it's because you're being put in that place so that you can learn that you are never, and you have never been alone, because your ancestors have always been there to have your back. Like I think it's a poem or something where this person was asking Jesus or God, like, why weren't you there? And he was basically, I think it's called Footprints in the Sand, I want to say is what it is. But the whole time Spirit was there, right? The whole time God was there helping this individual. And your ancestors are saying, we have been here. We have been waiting for you to tap into the energy that is us, that is you, right? Because I don't think people realize this. When you tap into the energy, the true energy of your ancestors, you are tapping into the part of the true essence of yourself, because you're tapping into that bloodline. You're tapping into the energy of that bloodline. So for a lot of you, what you are doing, this loner period or phase that you're in, you are in this phase of your life for a specific reason. You are meant to be here, and it is because you are meant to turn inward, okay? Let's get you some cards from your ancestors. Ancestors, what messages do you have for pile number 2 about going inward? Thank you. Wow, this is crazy. So while I was talking, and I should have just mentioned it, while I was talking, I saw this card in my mind's eye, the double mission. Not only did I see it in my mind's eye, when I was shuffling, because I always shuffle the decks before I turn on the camera, this card was on the bottom deck energy, okay? It says, double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So for some of you, like I mentioned earlier, you are on a mission. There is something that you are meant to do, and a lot of you're going to have to do it alone. If you notice, this person is on this card alone. There is a mission that only you can do, right? And it is going to serve the higher good, because it says serve the world by being you. For a lot of you, by you being in this loner phase, you're really going to tap into your true essence, the true essence of who you are, not what someone has asked you to be, not what your parents thought you should be. You're truly going to tap into the essence of you. Okay, it says, you got the love, Hadarian energy. I hope I'm saying that right. Codependency and boundaries. So for For pile number 2, there are some boundaries that you need to set up. Like we talked about, you becoming and being in this loner energy, and part of that may have started with codependency. Maybe you've been codependent on others, or hoping that others will solve these problems for you, and it cannot be solved by any other person, right? Your ancestors are here to help you and guide you through this path, right? And that's why you're going to have to let go of that codependency. You're going to have to set firm boundaries about your expectations and the expectations that the spirit has on you, okay? Then we have your life is a canvas. It says artist manifestation, creative accountability. So for a lot of you, there is a story that needs to be told through you. There is a painting that needs to be painted through you, right? I'm getting this energy of like, let's say if you are a music producer, right? And you love writing music and you love producing music, right? But you're producing music that has already been done before. Your ancestors are coming through to say that there is a song, there is a album, there is a, genre of music that needs your touch, because there are only certain people who can see what you see through this particular lens, right? So you may feel like, oh, I'm doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. You're absolutely not, right? We talked about this double mission here. There is a mission that is on your life. There is a calling that is on your life that only you can fulfill. And a lot of times when you become that loner, when you step outside of the norm, when you step outside of tradition, that's when you truly find where you're supposed to be, okay? And I'm so sorry if you guys can hear the people like screaming. I apologize about that, but they're having a good time out there. And thank you. We have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. What did I say? Confirmation. A lot of you, this is about you going within, right? And it said all paths lead home. By you going within, you really are going to the true core and essence of yourself as well as your ancestors. I personally firmly believe that when we tap into the energy of our ancestors, the true essence of our ancestors, we tap into our higher self. We tap into our bloodline, right? Which is why so many people have so much energy that they can feel around them from their ancestors. There's why it's, they know certain recipes. It's because it is in your blood. So for a lot of you, your ancestors are asking you to turn inward, right? The only way you can get the help that you need is you have to go inward and trust your intuition, okay? Bottom deck energy is breath of the cosmos. It says my will to thy will, micromanage the universe. So a lot of you, I'm hearing, ask your ancestors for what it is that you want. Ask them for what it is that you want. Go in. I'm hearing that, I think it's in the Bible, or I think I heard somebody say it. Try the spirit and see whether it be of God, right? Try the spirit and see whether it be of your ancestors. There is a lot of there's a lot of cosmos energy that is around you. I'm also hearing for some of you, you may benefit from doing breath work. It may help you tap more into your ancestors, but I cannot stress this enough. Pile number 2, meditation is going to be your friend. You can find different ways of meditating, whatever works for you, whether it's reading meditation, whether it's music, whether it's just going and sitting in complete silence and focusing on one thing. There is meditation that is specific for you, but you have to go there so that you can meet yourself, so that you can meet your ancestors, okay? Let's get you some additional messages. Ancestors, angels and ancestors, what messages do you have for pile number 2? Okay, it's too many, but we're gonna keep we'll keep shuffling. Thank you. It's 2. Okay, we got Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. And then we got Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. And it's crazy that Shield Maiden is coming out, because when I heard this, I immediately thought of Lord of the Rings, which came out a little bit earlier, the Shield Maidens of Rohan. So for some of you, let's start with the first one. You may be fire energy. Your birthday could have passed during Aries season. For a lot of you, you really are tapping into that fiery energy within you. You're igniting this passion, and this passion to me feels like it is going to come from your ancestors. For a lot of you, you've been lost on this path. You don't really know where you're going, and it, to me, what I'm getting is you're gonna go inside. I'm getting the phoenix energy, the phoenix rising, and you're gonna come out as a shield maiden. Make plans and focus. So for some of you, you're going to go in docile and come out a warrior, right? And I'm hearing this warrior energy is not just about you, it is for the collective as well. Those people who will be coming into your orbit, into your energy, who needs this kind of warrior energy that you will have. A lot of you, Spirit is saying, make plans for things different, to make plans for things to be different, make plans for things to not always be the same, because some things are absolutely changing in your life, and you're going to have a lot of focus as you move through this. Okay. Bottom deck energy is guardian angel. You are not alone. What did I say? Did I not say this? We're talking about this power, right? For a lot of you, you've been feeling like you are by yourself. You've been feeling like, I can't call anybody. I don't have anybody that I can lean on. And your ancestors are asking you to go within so that you can see. For some of you, this is just about you seeing that you have never been alone, right? Your spirit guides, your ancestors have always been there for you. They are in your blood. They are in your bones. They are in the breath that you take. They are in the life that you live. But a lot of us, we are so outside of ourselves that we forget, right, that we are a spirit having a human experience, right? You are still a spirit in a human body, right? And sometimes you have to go in and tap into that spirit, tap into your ancestors, tap into that energy so that you're not alone. For some of you, you may start to see feathers, specifically white feathers. I'm also getting, I'm seeing a specific feather. One side is white, one side is kind of like a dark black or brown. So you may start to see those feathers when your ancestors are near. Oh, I didn't even realize it. Look, he has a white feather. And I didn't even realize that there's a white feather in his hat. Wow. Okay. Ancestors, what other messages do you have for pile number 2? This is pile number 2. I am a fan of your pile. I really am. What other messages do you have for pile number 2? Okay, we have the fate, accepting help, guidance. Yes. So for a lot of you, this inward introspection is about you being willing to accept help from those who really are meant to help you and guide you and have the red string of fate. You are tied to their fate, right? They are tied to your fate. A lot of you, this feels like your ancestors for sure. There feels like a lot that you are meant to do here in this life, and in order to do that, you're going to have to ask for help, but also receive it when it comes. And I told you with this card, I kept hearing like you need to ask the ancestors for what you want, right? But also when it is given to you, be willing to accept it. Okay, what are the messages do you have for them, ancestors? Okay, we have the Smith, overthinking, taking action. Okay, so for a lot of you, your ancestors are saying get out your own head, take action. We got here, make plans and focus, right? So for a lot of you, there is a lot of planning within your head. There is a lot of, okay, I think I need to do this, but then what about this and what about that and what about that? And your ancestors are saying stop overthinking, right? Make a plan, focus, and take action. Do not worry about the outcome. Do not worry about whether or not you're going to be able to make money from this. Do not worry about whether or not you're going to be able to pay for this. Do not worry about things that are outside of your control. Worry about what's in front of you. Okay? It's too many cards. Spirit, can we get one more? And then bottom deck energy, please, for pile number 2. Thank you. We have the priest. Perseverance, faith. Yep, a lot of you are going to have faith in what it is that your ancestors are asking you to do. You're going to have faith in your path forward, in movement. A lot of this is going to have to do with divine timing. And for some of you, I'm hearing you're going to know when the time is right. Yeah, because you got the waker awareness reflection. You're going to know when the time is right because your awareness will be heightened. You will be looking for signs from your ancestors and they will show up, right? If you've done any type of inner work, you know that when you call upon your ancestors, they answer, right? You can call and ask for signs just so you have clarification that you're on the right path, and they will show up for you. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Kemper deck. and see if the ancestors have any additional messages for you. Ancestors, can we get 2 cards, please, from this deck? Any messages you need them to hear. I don't know why I'm seeing the family card in my head. I'm seeing the family card in my head. So for some of you, this may have a lot to do with your family. I'm specifically seeing the family room card. So for some of you, you may want to spend a lot of time with your family in like a close-knit community, okay? So we have bad health here. So to me, this is around that overthinking, right? This is around you feeling like you're going through this phase in your life where nothing seems to be working out. Everything seems to be working against you. And like I told you before, your ancestors are saying, we put you in this particular spot because we want you to go inward, because we want you to search yourself and really reach out to us, really reach out to that inner higher self that you have, okay? Bottom deck energy is house. So for some of you, something new could be happening around your house. You could be moving. You could be relocating to a new house or a new state. For some of you, you could be moving out of a house. For some of you, your ancestors are saying find a sacred room or sacred space in your home where you feel safe. But for a lot of you, there are things that are about to happen differently with your house. For others of you, I'm also hearing house blessing. So if if you've been watching a particular reader or practitioner online and they've been doing house blessing candles and you trust this practitioner, I'm going to put that out there. You trust this practitioner, it may be helpful to get a house blessing candle from them. Okay, let's get you some last couple of general messages from Spirit. Ancestors, what messages do you have for pile number 2? What is it that they need to know? What needs to be honored? What needs to be said? What needs to be heard? They need to know right now. Pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know? Pile number 2, when this newness comes into your life, don't be afraid to disconnect and let go. Okay? You have connect with nature through observation and reflection. You learn valuable lessons and resilience, adaptability, and the interconnectedness of all living things. So for some of you, you really need to take some time and be in nature. Really take some time to be with yourself. And we talked about this. You got that loner energy, right? For some of you, you need to be alone with yourself in nature. Maybe, if you have a backyard, maybe go outside and put your feet in the grass. If you don't have a backyard, but you have access to a park, it may be beneficial to just go outside and put your feet in the grass and just stand there, right? And be one with the energy of Mother Earth and yourself, okay? Look at this. Let go of control. As you relinquish the need to control every outcome, you free yourself from stress and anxiety, enabling emotional wounds to mend. I talked about that. When it comes, don't be afraid to disconnect and let go, right? A lot of you, this loner, especially if you're not already in this phase, you will be going into this loner phase. And you may be afraid to disconnect, right? It may mean that you are distancing yourself. I can't say it right. You may be distancing yourself from other people, and your ancestors are saying this is exactly what we want you to do right now. Okay, let's get you some angel numbers. These may be numbers that may come out when your ancestors are trying to get your attention or trying to work with you on something. Okay, we have empowerment 898. It says standing your power to embrace your true potential with confidence. Okay, so a lot of you, this is about you really standing into I'm hearing a leadership role. So for some of you, this is your ancestors are going to empower you to do whatever it is that you came here to do. But don't be afraid of it, right? Don't be afraid of this power. And you can always ask for guidance. You can always ask for help. You can always ask for your ancestors to guide you down the right path and help you choose the right thing or be mindful or whatever the case may be. Okay. Then we have authenticity 787. It says be yourself, pursue your passions and show your authentic self. Don't pay attention to what others are thinking of you. Exactly. Be authentic, right? Step into the power that is you. Step into that bloodline that's been calling for you. Because a lot of you, this is a calling and you're going to know it because you've been feeling like there's something else that you're meant to do, but you can't quite figure out what it is. It's because you need to go inward. Inward is where you're going to find the answers. Being, truly connected with with yourself and your ancestors, that's how you're going to find the answers that you seek. That's how you're going to find this message, like this house. This is how you're going to go home to yourself, right? We talked about that in one of these cards. You're going to go home to yourself, but you have to go inwards, right? In order to progress forward, you have to turn backwards and go inward, okay? Pile number 2, this is all of the messages that I have for you. I truly enjoyed reading for you today. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time in our next one. Bye.